Autoline Daily is brought to you by Siemens PLM Software, transforming the process of innovation.
Here are today's top headlines. Toyota could surpass General Motors in the United States. Honda hits a major milestone, and Ford gives us a sneak peek at the new Fusion. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Thursday, October 30, 2008, and now the news. GM's worldwide sales fell 5.8% in the third quarter. No surprise there. No, the surprise is that sales actually went up in some regions. In Latin America, where Brazil is still charging strong, GM sales were up an impressive 13%, and they were up more than 7.5% in Asia Pacific. It's North America and Europe that pulled sales down for GM. Earlier this week, Toyota announced that its global production increased a little over 1% to retain the title as the world's largest automaker. And indeed, in what would be a major milestone, Toyota could surpass GM in the U.S. market in retail sales. We'll know next week when October sales come in. Speaking of milestones, Honda just built its 200 millionth motorcycle. It took the company 60 years to reach this milestone, beginning with the Honda Dream D-Type that began production in 1949. Congratulations, Honda! That is a lot of motorcycles. Hyundai just opened its first manufacturing plant in Europe. Located in the Czech Republic, it will build 35,000 transmissions this year and will eventually ramp up production to 600,000 a year in 2011. Hyundai will also produce the i30 sedan at the same plant starting next month. Countries around the world are investigating how to put in an infrastructure for electric cars. Two Australian companies, AGL Energy and Macquarie Capital, just signed an agreement with California's Better plc to establish a renewable energy network to recharge EVs at home, the office, or shopping centers. According to Wards, drivers will pay to recharge their EVs through power supply agreements, sort of similar to having a cell phone contract. And in keeping with that green theme, Wards is also reporting that DuPont and Honeywell have developed a new kind of air conditioning refrigerant with lower greenhouse gas emissions and which is safer and easier to work with. This comes on the heels of the European Union's announcement it wants to start phasing out hydrofluorocarbon-based refrigerants in 2011. Ford's giving us a sneak peek of its redesigned 2010 Fusion sedan for the American market. The new model features fresh styling and a lineup of fresh powertrains. It offers a new 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, a carryover 3-liter V6 with 19 more horsepower, and for the first time, a 3.5-liter V6. All three engines are paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. The new model features electric power steering and a computer program that aggressively shuts off fuel flow to the engine during deceleration. Ford says it's going to stack this model up against the Accord and Camry in both quality and fuel economy. Coming up next in our feature story, we'll take a look at a competition for high school auto shop students, and we'll be back right after this.
Siemens, transforming the process of innovation.
As you know, there's been downsizing in and around the automotive industry, even at the OEMs. However, there is a career path in automotive that keeps growing with plenty of opportunity for those who are technically inclined. Ford doesn't usually fill its front lawn with cars, especially ones that need to be fixed up. But this is not your typical service center. You can tell by the grass on the ground and the fresh young faces of the technicians. This is a contest to find the future techs who just may be servicing your car sometime soon. Sponsored by Ford and AAA for the past 15 years, this student auto skills competition brings high school teams from all over the United States to Dearborn, Michigan to compete in both a written and timed maintenance test. And sponsors like Ford recognize that this contest is especially important right now as more service departments look to hire young people who understand technology since there's so much of it in your car.
You will have to be highly skilled to work on these vehicles going forward. You can do maintenance, but beyond that you will need to have formal training. And again, the 11th and 12th graders that we have out today have a good foundation, And we would like to help them improve upon that and increase their education in this end of the business to give them the ability to work on those vehicles going forward.
Of course, not every one of the 8,000 high school students who enter the competition may decide to become a mechanic. But you can be sure that all 100 who made it to Dearborn are working hard for the nearly $7 million in prizes and scholarships that go to the top teams, especially since the government expects those jobs to grow by 14% over the next decade. The winning team from Wisconsin will share more than $72,000 in prizes and scholarships as these high school seniors decide if they're going to pursue an automotive service career. And that's it for the top news in today's global automotive industry. Don't forget, you can get podcasts, transcripts, and a whole lot more at our website, AutolineDaily.tv. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Dawn's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.